It's another week with another amazing episode of The Morning Show. To be honest, I can't believe how I have not covered this series so far in my channel, despite enjoying it a lot in my personal time. I don't think there is another show on air today that is more relevant to the modern media than The Morning Show. So in a way, when watching the show, you feel like you were getting a glimpse into one of the major news channels such as Fox or CNN. In a way, the show is doing a very risky job by tackling topics that are very nuanced and difficult to even talk about, let alone have a show about it. I truly wonder how the writing team works and how they determine their approaches to each difficult topic, since in my opinion, the show is doing wonders in covering a topic through multiple angles. It is tough work, and they are nailing it. Episode 3 of Season 3 was no different in this sense, as it handled one of the most controversial topics in America, the big old race issue. And in my humble opinion, they were pretty good at handling it. The episode was accurately titled White Noise, as watched the after effects of a problematic white noise up until the very end and saw how the other noises are struggling to make their voices heard. As we all know in the previous episode, we watched the channel's network being hacked, risking all the personal information and, as expected, secrets of the channel employees to be exposed to the public. Apparently, one of those secrets was an email that Cybil wrote regarding Chris' employment in the morning show. And let me tell you one thing, the email in question was far from being a regular email. At least I hope that Cybil does not write down such emails on a regular basis. I mean, it was filled with racist comments undermining Chris' abilities as a news anchor while viewing her only through her race. Also, apparently, she decided that Chris would be paid less than her white colleague simply because of her race. Well, I don't think we need to go deep dive on why this is a huge issue. I feel like this is one of those topics that are happening all the time in every sector but often goes silent as very few such emails are being exposed. So more often than not, many don't even realize that they are being discriminated based on their race. And as this episode successfully presented, once you discover the bitter truth, things do not get easier. On the contrary, it gets very complicated and harsh. Throughout the episode, I felt for Chris, who did her best to remain professional at work but also struggled to keep silent once such truth was revealed. I believe she was amazing at trying to keep things cool despite burning inside. And when she got the chance to face Cybil for what she had done, that burning came through and made it worth waiting patiently. She basically ruined Cybil during the interview despite being classy and never disrupting her cool composure. And I believe it was simply perfect to see such a strong woman standing for her and her fellow colleagues' rights. The issue was tough for other people of color working in the channel as well, as they also struggled to decide how to cope with everything that's been revealed. What is the right thing to do in such a situation? Should you resign? Should you be outraged? Should you sue the channel? Should you go public through a social media expose? Or should you remain silent to make sure not lose your job? I have no answer to any of these questions, but if you have one, please feel free to enlighten me in the comments below. But I feel like the episode was pretty good in presenting all these nuances, and I loved it. What were your thoughts on the morning show's tackling the race issue? Let me know what you think in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the video. Thank you for watching. See you soon.